Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Daniel McCoskey. I'm going to talk to you today about identity theft, how to keep it from happening to you. I thought first I'd like to share with you some photos from my 4th of July weekend, just to show you how mine was. As you can see, I'm no longer with the car, so Boston Bears are with me. But first, I wanted to kind of illustrate for you the general concept of what theft is. Most people, when they perceive the action of theft, they might think it's going something like this. Hey everybody, bam, 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 down on the ground now. Please hand over your wallets and clutches and your credit cards, personal information, and if you have warehouse membership cards, that'd be great too, because I like Costco churros. So that might be what most people perceive as identity theft, or regular theft. However, identity theft is a little bit different. It is the misuse of personal information for a fraudulent purpose. So one example where it might be a face-to-face interaction with a victim might be something a little bit like this. Oh no, sorry. Oh my God, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, I'll see you later. All right, dude, carry on, have a good day. So as you can see, I now have this wallet in my possession. And that's one thing you want to try to avoid in situations like that. So thank you very much. And now I have listed typically the statistics for identity theft and how many victims are affected each year, as well as the dollar amount that Americans lose to identity theft. So here I have figures from 2010 to 2014. As you can see, it's kind of like a bell curve, kind of goes up and down and fluctuates each year, but this year in 2015 is projected to be around 15.5 million people would be affected by identity theft in the United States, with roughly around $16 to $18 billion lost to thieves. That is about one person being victimized every 2 seconds in the United States. And that's about 7% of the population age 16 and over. So here, I have identity theft listed by type. As you can see, over a third of the types of identity theft that occur are using the debit cards or credit cards to make fraudulent transactions. So I'll hit lightly on that, but I want to focus on the fastest growing areas of identity theft, which include obtaining Social Security benefits like Medicare, as well as in the other quadrant, which is related to mortgage fraud. So first, I'd like to hit on a brief example. This happened to me personally about a year ago in New York. It happens to the best of us as well, as you can see. So here I have a map of Manhattan, and last year I was up there for a business event, and I realized that I have my credit card information stolen, and fraudulent transactions were on the credit cards. So I was able to figure out and pinpoint it to one of 3 possible locations. As you can see, these 3 locations are restaurants: Faces and Names, Five Napkin Burger, and Arriba, which is in Midtown. So you might ask, how was I able to figure that out? I was able to figure that out because, one, I used my personal credit card to buy whatever drinks I wanted, and used my business credit card to buy my meals, and those are the only 3 locations where I used both simultaneously. And I ended up losing or getting my identity stolen from both those cards. So it can happen to the best of us. Next, I have the 2 other fast-growing forms of identity theft. First one being medical fraud. This typically involves fraud around the Medicare system. It is stealing personal information to obtain medical care, buy drugs, or submit fake billings to Medicare in your name. Common causes of it is, for one, an unknown caller claiming to be conducting a health questionnaire, asking for your Medicare number and other personal information over the phone or online. And another situation is a telemarketer calling, impersonating themselves as Medicare, asking for a form of payment, which also gets her personal information from your credit card statements. And also, fraud can happen when even the victim knows it. Like for instance, they might be asked by a friend or a stranger to let them borrow their Medicare card number in order to get medical services on their account. Common effects of medical fraud could be a damaged credit rating from unpaid bills, wasted taxpayer dollars, since we're you're stealing from us. And lastly, falsely documented patient information, which is probably the most important adverse effect. For instance, if I were to go into the doctor and I had an infection and they prescribed me penicillin, which I just so happen to be allergic to, I could possibly have a severe allergic reaction and not know why they prescribed me penicillin. It could be from someone who stole my information, who might have gotten penicillin in the past. Next, mortgage fraud. So mortgage fraud is similar to medical fraud, where the person steals information about you to open up fraudulent loans and get credit on that person's property. So, and the scary thing about it is that it's pretty easy to get that information. So for one, someone could just type in a person's name and go through the public record system and pull up the information they need to fill out a fraudulent loan backed by their house, so like a mortgage-backed loan, and take the money and steal it and not pay it back. And they could also do it through email, like high sweepstake value contest, like, you know, saying you'll win this and that. And they also, the most interesting is placing job ads in newspapers and then sending job applications to victims who don't realize that it's a fake job and job ad. The effects could be similar to medical fraud: damage to your credit rating, accumulation of significant debt since you don't realize that someone's just stealing your money and you're not paying it back, and the eviction from and loss of your home. So I came up with a simple mnemonic that you can hopefully remember to protect yourselves in the future. It's called the SCUM mnemonic, and I created this myself. So number one thing to remember is to shred old documents that contain sensitive information, change passwords periodically, at the very least every 90 days, check your bank, credit, and other billing statements regularly. Number four, use only secure websites to place orders. And lastly, make known personal information on a need-to-know basis. Only give out personal information with a person you know who's calling you, and you can verify their identity on the phone. So here are some additional resources you could use to look up latest scam info, which you could go on the Federal Trade Commission website, or get a free credit score at annualcreditreport.com to monitor activity on your accounts. And you can sign up for a free Equifax fraud alert service, which actually creates additional steps for a creditor who's going to give out a loan so they can additionally verify that you're the correct person. And that's it for my presentation. Thank you very much. And I hope you learned something.